guys, Heidi here, and I'm gonna teach this mermaid painting today. I'm so excited about it. And Bobby and Pixie are not with me. As you can see, I'm kind of sad there. Bobby's at work, Pixie's at school, but I think they're gonna join me on another one. It seemed like y'all really wanted to see Bobby and Pixie on the videos. I know sometimes it can get old just painting with me, but I am gonna be giving away one of the templates for this mermaid painting from Craft Creations. They are going to be shipping you one. So if you share this video, they're gonna actually ship you one of these for free. And I have all of the information in the thing. I don't know why, I think because my finger is painted, I can't pin to top. Let me see if it'll let me. Maybe, I don't think it will. My fingers have too much paint on them. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, the information is in the headline. Hey Renee, how are you? Hey guys, so I'm gonna be painting this, so I'm just gonna kind of show you how to do a mermaid tail. All I did first was just paint the whole thing, kind of a turquoise blue. And then I'm gonna start on here adding this stuff. And y'all can win one of these, and the coolest thing about it is it has a copper piece, which, I don't know if you can see, can y'all see the copper? And it's kind of, you know, on the back, but the copper comes through, which copper is one of my favorite colors. So grab a drink, we're gonna paint a mermaid tail. I'm gonna teach you how, and you can also win this if you look at the instructions. All you have to do is share it, but say something when you share it. And then, hey Jennifer, how are you? And if y'all have any questions about paint parties, please let me know. I am so freaking excited. Paint Party Headquarters is opening for only 5 days, September 16th. So the doors are not even open yet, but you can get on the wait list. So there's a link if you want on that too. All right, so I'm gonna paint this little mermaid thing. I'm gonna try to turn it this way. I got some awesome new paints from Deco Art, basically these Americana, and a bunch of them are metallic. Can y'all see that metallic purple? Beautiful, beautiful colors for this mermaid. And then I'm also gonna try, this is some like almost like a luster, metallic luster, and it has some really cool mermaid colors. I was going through these and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to use this, I have to use this. I mean, I was freaking out. Look at how pretty that is. And it's almost like a kind of a putty. So I can take it and actually add it to the scales. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm gonna just be painting, and I'm glad you are joining. So if y'all would, let me know where you're from in the comments, and let me know what you have been painting lately. And I'm also gonna use one of my new brushes. These are my new favorite liner brushes. It's Americana, it's really for gloss enamels, but they have it's a basic set, but they have a liner brush in here that is making me so happy. It's is it a zero? A zero round. It's just really, really thin. So whenever I go to draw all of these, you know, scallops on here, it's gonna be really, really fun to add all the extra details. Teresa in Texas. What part of Texas? How far are you from me? Because look, I got my Texas shirt on today. I'm still wearing my gym clothes, so I apologize. At least well, I didn't really do my hair. I just had it in a ponytail, so it made it look like I curled it, but really I did not. But I did put on makeup for y'all. I did that. I tried that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the little scales in, and I'm gonna draw them in a darker color, so you can actually, I'll draw them in white so you can see them. Let's see, Buchanan Dam. How far is that from Dallas? Are we close? Are we neighbors? Are we further apart? Okay, so I'm just using a little bigger brush and then kind of going around. Hey Damon, how are you? Oh my gosh, Damon is freaking amazing. He does wreaths. Am I saying it right? Wreaths? Wreaths? Anyway, he is so good. And I think Damon came close to where I live in Fort Worth and did a whole wreath making. So those of you that love wreaths and making wreaths, please go follow Damon Oates. He is awesome. He's like the guru for that. I'm not really a good wreath maker, but I love this kind of stuff. Oh, thank you. Hey, Candace. Hey, Miriam. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I'm going to give one of these little mermaids away, but it's going to be one that you can paint yourself. And then those of y'all that go back into my videos, because usually I let y'all have like a week to share so you can win. Me and my husband and my daughter did a video, which the first 10 minutes was a complete disaster. We like literally could not even get the lighting right. It was so crazy. And we just literally like was trying to get the lighting right, could not do it. So the first 10 minutes is a disaster. Then we start to tell a little bit more about that. And Damon says, oh, thanks. You can find us at Deco Exchange. I bet you could make us some cute signs to put on the wreath though. Oh yes, Damon. Look at this cool one. This one was so popular last year. I'm actually going to be teaching it in my paint party headquarters. But if you put this on a wreath, oh, let me show you. Hold on. I have one right here. So this one's not a Christmas one, but it's a wreath, and I kind of like, I'm not good at wreaths, so this is like my attempt to try to do a wreath. But if you put it on a wreath that was a Christmassy one and actually hung it together, they are so cute. So you can take really cool artsy designs and bring them together. So it's kind of neat to have people like Damon and the wreath world at Deco Exchange, and then there's door hanger people and paint party people. It takes all of us. It takes all of us to make this world go round. So yeah, so I'm just adding these little scallops. And if y'all have questions about paint party business, let me know. And Damon says, perfect, do you sell the truck finished? I do, Damon. I sell them all the time. So yes, if you want to buy one, message me. I'd love to sell the truck finished. And I do these too, like mini paintings. These aren't, of course, for the wreaths, but these I love because I can put anybody's last name on them or their town or established. And this one's our town, Granbury, but I can put them on there all the time. So yeah, I love, absolutely. My husband actually cuts these out for me, and they're really light, so they hang really good on the wreath. Renee says, LOL, you're so cute. I know. Thank you. We were such a disaster the other day. Like, it was crazy. But I got a lot of y'all voted for Bobby's painting over mine, and I was like, okay, I'm really hearing y'all. So Bobby's gonna make some more appearances on the Facebook Lives, because apparently, I mean, he really is talented, like really talented. So yeah, when I used to have the surfboard business, he would paint sometimes when I would get backed up, because the surfboard business like kind of exploded when I was living in Florida. And sometimes he would paint, and he's really a perfectionist, so it's pretty crazy. He's like so good, where I'm like, I mean, you see the wall. That's how I like to paint, where he's really perfectionist. And Megan says, I absolutely love your wall. Thank you. It is not finished. It's still in progress. I'll probably do kind of a time-lapse video. Damon says, Granbury, is there a wildlife reserve place there? I would actually, Acton. We have Acton Nature Trail, where they do a lot of bird watching and stargazing. So yes, if that's what you're asking, hopefully I'm saying that right. And then we also have, Granbury is just a cool town. If you've never been, you should definitely come. We do this every 2 years. Oh, and Glenrose. Glenrose, there's one, Jennifer? If you'll put which one it is, that'd be awesome. And then we also have where you can go do the whole safari type thing and see the giraffes. It's really awesome. But one of the cool, like, my goal in life is to be in as many Hallmark movies, like, moments as possible. That's like my goal. And we literally, like, every 2 years we have what's called the living Christmas cards. Damon says, I think that's where we went and picked up one of our dogs there. Oh, maybe so. What kind of dog is it? And thanks for watching, by the way. He's like, Damon Oates is like big time, and I feel so honored right now that he's watching me. It's making me nervous. Damon, you're making me nervous. Hey Arlene. Arlene and her book. I think her book just got published. Thanks for watching. Yeah, so every other year, and it's happening this year, we are having the living Christmas cards, and it's right on our square. And it is the coolest. It makes you feel like you're in a Hallmark movie, which, by the way, I told y'all, my goal in life is to feel like I'm in as many Hallmark moments as possible. I know that's cheesy, but that's just my goal. That's my life goal. How many times can I feel like I'm in a Hallmark movie? That's what I'm trying for. So, so they do these living Christmas cards, and every other year, it's only every other year, and it's coming up this year. They do it for one night only, so you have to make plans to come. And at our square, they have 10 different, or maybe 8 different stations set up with these massive hand-painted Christmas cards. It's beautiful. This artist did it locally, and had this, it's done by Lakeside Baptist Church, and a bunch of the church members had helped paint these Christmas cards, and then they do little skits and plays right in front of them, and then the big bell. I mean, it feels like you were in just this little awesome, I don't know, I just love Granbury so much. And then they ring the bell, and then you transfer to the next station, and then they do another Christmas play. And it's kids, adults, and every 2 years they have other little plays, and I'm just, oh my gosh, every time I go, I'm like, I just love this town. It's so amazing. Carla says, love Hallmark movies. I know. My TV is all set up and ready. I've been recording all these movies like crazy. And anytime I'm painting and I'm not doing a live painting, when I'm just working on stuff, some kind of New York love story is going on in the background. I just am obsessed. And Bobby, he does not want to watch those, so I'm just like, okay, that's fine. I'll just do it. I just watch them while I paint. It's like a fun little vacation for me. And let me know if y'all have any questions. I'm so excited about this fall. I have a lot of paint parties coming up, and I think I'm going to Alabama. I think we're doing some more traveling paint parties. So let me know if you're doing paint parties and where you're headed. If you're doing them locally, if you're traveling. I just love the idea of getting to see new places and travel to different places. So that's been really, really fun for me and my daughter. And I'm trying to get over to Little Rock again this Christmas, because that church at Garvin Gardens, I think, that chapel that's, crystal clear, and you can see all of the stuff. Apparently that's supposed to be decorated for Christmas, and I haven't seen it decorated like that. I just saw it this summer when I took Pixie to Space Camp. So I am really, really looking forward to that. Okay, I'm gonna start doing these a little faster. I'm sorry, guys. I probably should have had this part done first, so that way I can start showing you the shading, but that's okay. We're still gonna do it. So grab some tea and hang out with me. And I'm really, really excited about, hold on, that one got a little funky. Oh, I want to do something different on the bottom. Okay, so let me fix that. Hold on. I'm going to actually make the bottom, I got to yapping. I'm actually going to make the bottom a little more kind of streaky going down, so it has some lines. And then with some of this really fun metallic paint, I'm just gonna have a blast. I have every color metallic plus golds that you can think of over here, and I'm just gonna go crazy. And so for those of you that are just joining, if you share, you get a chance from Craft Creations to win your own version, so you can paint it yourself. And all the details are in the headline, so check that out. Okay, so this is a peacock teal. And I kind of, I used to only use Walmart paints, and now I've kind of upgraded just to a little better acrylic. And it is more expensive. So when you're first starting out teaching paint parties, oh, thank you for sharing. My mom's on. Hey, Mom. Thank you for sharing. When you first start out teaching paint parties, don't worry if you're just using the Walmart craft paint. It's still fine. You'll build up. I used Walmart craft paint forever. But once you do start using like the Americana, you probably won't go back because it's just a higher quality and they just have some really, really great colors. Except I still am in love with the Diva Pink. Hey Sherry, thanks for joining. Diva Pink is really good and I think it's in Craft Smart or Apple Barrel, I can't remember. But it's called Diva Pink and that one is just such a good bright, it's like my top. It's so bright. And if you can't tell from the background, I am all about some bright colors. So yeah, I'm gonna actually paint over this because I want this to be more lines coming down. And we're gonna start adding some fun little shading, some shadowing, and all kinds of good stuff. So if you're just joining on, let me know where you're from. Let me know if you have questions. And in the comments, I have the way you can win, and I also have a link to my ebook. So if you're kind of thinking of certain paint parties, but you just really don't want to, you just want to kind of see how it's done. It's a 40-page ebook where I share a crap load of secrets. So check that out for sure. All right, so I just kind of changed the color of that a little bit so that I'm gonna actually come in with some stripes and some fun stuff like that. This is where it gets so much fun for me. I just absolutely love just kind of going crazy on that. Sherry's on, yay! Sherry's, how are your paint parties going? Hey Debbie, how's your paint parties going? Are you doing some now? Let's see what Ashley says. Ashley, watching from Vero Beach, Florida. You did a Christmas in July at my church a few weeks ago. Yay, Ashley, it was so much fun. I love that, and thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to the Christmas in July paint party. We actually, I want to do this one a lot more this year. Dang it, I got a splitter. Hold on. Okay, I'm good. I want to do this one a lot more this year because this one is so much fun. And you think that because it has all that shading that it's like too difficult for a beginner, but really it's not. The way I break it down step by step, and I'm actually going to be giving this tutorial away in my paint party headquarters. So that's opening up again September 16th through 20th just for 5 days. And I'm going to be giving this tutorial step by step so that people can actually teach that. And the coolest thing, sometimes we think, you know, we're only teaching paint parties. I always get orders for these, like to get people's last names on them. Like it's really extra fun money for Christmas when you get orders for these, because then, like Damon was saying earlier, you can put them on wreaths and you can do all that kind of stuff too. Love the truck, thank you. Oh, Debbie's got a party coming up in Charleston, South Carolina. That's awesome. What are you gonna teach, Debbie? I'd love to know. Okay, so I'm gonna add just a few little, I'm just using a big flat brush, and I'm going to experiment. So guys, I did not plan this. So you are just watching it happen. Here's the good thing about painting. If it sucks, I can paint right on top of it. So I don't even care if it doesn't turn out great. I'm getting all in here so I can make sure I have it how I want it. So I'm just gonna kind of start adding in some shading. And for those of you that, you know, you love doing a little painting, but you want just a little bit more, you know, shading techniques, stuff like that, like I just kind of layer. You know, I make mistakes, I layer. I don't really, I know this sounds bad, but I don't really care if I follow all the art rules. I mean, I just love to have bright colors and love to have stuff that makes me happy. If you were to take my husband made a joke the other day, he's like, we just live in a big art box. Like everything has art on it. Cause you know, now that we own our house, he lets me, there's a few areas I'm not allowed to touch, but pretty much everywhere else I can paint. So there's like a massive plywood sign in our kitchen that I've painted on. There's just crap, and I don't think it's crap, but I think he might. But there's just stuff that I've painted all over the place. So to me, like sometimes I know I should probably do something to make the more art rule or whatever, but I just like to have fun. So if it makes me happy when I see it, that's really what I'm going for. So I think a lot of times we take art too serious, and then it takes all the joy out of it. It takes all the fun. And I'm all about like, let's paint, you know, let's have fun. And this I'm just adding, I'm going between a flat, this is a flat, let me see if I can find the name of it. So an amethyst purple and a pewter. I'll see that. A pewter. And then I'm going to, of course, add some golds and coppers and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of layering it on top. And when you're working with glossy ones, you will have like lines. It will show some pretty good lines in there. So you're going to want to just kind of go over it a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta go over it, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go back on this side, and I really like that shade I have going on too, so I'm not gonna cover all that up. All right, and let me know if y'all have any questions about paint parties. I think one of the undiscovered treasures of doing paint parties that people don't realize till they start doing it is the commission work that comes out of it, and the almost like the networking you have from a paint party that brings more business. You know, like you'll see me posting all the time about murals that I'm working on or something like, you know, it's because when people know you're painting, I have a lot of times like a fine artist, you know, they might think that paint parties might be beneath them. But when I talk to a fine artist, I'm like, you have no idea, you have a captive audience for 2 to 3 hours. You can literally have your own art gallery set up while they're painting, you know? So I think when people start to kind of look at it as, you know, what opportunities, how can I show people, you know, what I do? And then that world kind of opens up. So it takes courage, you know, just, you know, even being on a live, if you're thinking of doing lives, I mean, I get people that bash me for stupid stuff. I'm sure I'll have somebody say something bad about my mermaid, but really guys, you have to just let that stuff go, because here's my thing. It is so easy to be on the other side of a Facebook Live and type something negative. What's not easy is being on a Facebook Live and putting all your imperfections, all the things that happen. You know, if I make mistakes, if I say words wrong all the time, I make up words. You know, that's what's scary. So for those of you that are sharing art and sharing the love of art with other people, I'm just so grateful for you, because I'm only one person. I can only teach so many paint parties. But if you're out there teaching paint parties, sharing how much art has helped you, you know, showing people that, you know, it builds confidence in people when they walk away and they leave, you know, painting something like this, and maybe they were scolded in elementary school and they leave, you know, with something really awesome that they can put up every year. It builds confidence, and I'm just such a proponent for art heals and art helps people, and I love when I know that Debbie's over in Charleston, South Carolina teaching a paint party. It just makes me so happy. Okay, so I'm gonna add some little shading. I'm leaving a little bit of the turquoise going, and then I'm just gonna start blobbing in some colors here. And let me see, I just really wanna try this green. Oh, thank you, Samantha, for sharing. Okay, so this green, it's pretty thick. It's really pretty thick. So I am not sure how it's gonna happen on here. Oh, I love it. Never mind, I really like it. Okay, so I'm gonna do a few and then I'll show you up close. I think what I can do is I can take this and then I can go on top of it with this other lighter green and almost do an ombre effect down. Let me see if it's gonna work. Let me try this. There's two different greens. Oh, this is so fun. It's like finger painting. Well, that is finger painting. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm taking a darker green that's metallic, shimmery. It's actually a luster, Deco Art metallic luster. And then I'm going back over it with another green. And then everything's going to be drawn back in black over it. But we have to get our base down first. That's just part of it. When I teach paint parties in person, my biggest thing is to I tell people, you are not allowed to judge your art until you are all the way finished. Because a lot of times, like even this painting, it won't come together till the last 10 minutes probably. So right now it looks like I'm just a kindergartner having a blast, which honestly it feels like that. It feels like I'm a kid just finger painting. But it really, like a lot of times it won't come together till the very end. But it's funny because I think sometimes, and I was talking to somebody last night, one of the high schooler kids, we were at Pixie's Meet the Teacher night last night, and one of the high school football players, he's a senior this year, and he's taken art this year, and he was like, man, I was so trying to get into your class, because I was like, why didn't you take art when I was teaching? You know, almost kind of offended. And he's like, man, I tried to get into your class, but it was full. And he's like, there was 10 of us trying to get in, and we couldn't get in because the class was full. And so he had an experience, he told me, when he was in kindergarten, an art teacher. So if you're an art teacher out there, please don't do this to our little kids. He was 5 years old in kindergarten, and his art teacher was upset with him at something that he did. And I'm like, when you're a kid and you're creating, you know, it's all about exploring and having fun and, you know, getting excited about a new product or something that you're trying. And whenever, you know, an art teacher, those words, here he is, 18 years old, a senior, finally taking art again. And he still has that memory from when he was in kindergarten. And I'm just that just hurts my heart. And I remember, you know, years ago having a conversation with one of my principals, and some of you may totally disagree with this, but it was, I was teaching in an elementary school, and they wanted me to grade the elementary students on their art. And I know there's a place for grading. I totally understand that. But when it's an art class in elementary and these kids are 10 and under, my job is for them to fall in love with it. I feel like if they fall in love with it and they fall in love with the process, then they are going to pursue it, right? But if I'm making art unbearable for them because I want them to make sure their perspective's right, I can guarantee you that wall behind me, there is no perspective that's correct on there, right? But I have a blast doing it, and because I do it and I have fun, I do more art and I create more stuff. And so I so remember sitting in the principal's office like I was a kid, going up to bat for saying, you know, this is my philosophy on this. I'm not going to give them a bad grade in art class as long as they participate and they're not under a desk kicking and screaming. But as long as they participate, that's what mattered to me at that level. Now, I understand there's other philosophies, especially as they get older. You know, middle school and high school, there needs to be some things like that. But don't tell a kindergartner who's been on the earth for 5 years, they barely have been here for 5 years, don't tell a little kid that their art is bad or they're not doing it right. You know, if they're over there smiling and having a blast, let them enjoy it. For goodness sakes, let them enjoy it. Okay, I'm going to start kind of bringing down some other colors, kind of an ombre. And again, all those white lines are going to be black. I'm going to just do this, see what happens. I'm just kind of wiping this off. Okay, I'm just bringing some of these lines in. Kind of like that, and again, I'm going to write on there more with black, more with other colors. And if you are just joining, if you want a chance to win a mermaid tail to paint for yourself, check in the comments. There is a way you can share. And then on next, I think it's next Thursday, I will be, have y'all seen Father of the Bride? See you next Thursday. Love that movie. There will be a way to win. I'm going to give you a week to share. Love the finger painting. Yeah, me too, Carla. I think I'm gonna do a mural in finger paints. This is so much fun. I think I'm gonna have to do some more of that. Okay, so let's do, let me see if this blue will go. Oh yeah. What do y'all think of that? This is called Cosmic Blue. I'm gonna see what it does. Ooh, this one's a little thinner. And this is all gonna start to come together when I have the black lines. So it doesn't matter if I go outside of the lines. Oh, Sarah, thank you for sharing. It doesn't matter if I go outside the black lines, or the white lines, because I'm gonna go over them in black anyway. And then I'm just gonna bring some of this into here. This is so much fun, guys. And everything will start coming together once I get the black lines on there. I refused to let summer be over. I was like, I need to do at least one more summer painting before the winter hits. Not that it gets really bad in Texas, but you know. Okay, I want to do another blue. Let me try this one. Okay, this one is a Peacock Pearl metallic. I think everything I'm using today is pretty much metallic. It's all kind of shiny and shimmery, and just kind of getting it on. I'm going to use my fingers. I know this is one for a brush, but I just kind of want to add it on there. There's something in my house making noises. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? I don't know what it is. Something in my house is making noises. I don't like that because I am terrified of snakes. And we are in Texas, and I have had snakes in my house before. Not this one, but I have had snakes in my house before. I've had some pretty bad experiences with snakes. I've had a water moccasin try to attack my face. I've had a snake fall off of my door onto my head. Yeah, that one was, I mean, it was like a grass snake, but still, it was a snake. A snake is a snake. And then I think I killed him because I was like frantically throwing about, and then he was on the ground. Then I felt sad for him, and I named him Fred. Just lots of craziness. I was more worried about a burglar, not a snake. Oh yeah, Sarah. I have a gun. A burglar would not last in my house because, actually, I didn't tell y'all this. Some of y'all might really not like me because of this, but we are a very safe gun owning family. And I actually got my first gun because I travel a lot. I got my first gun for my birthday this year. And it's turquoise. It matches my business, which I'm really excited about. So I'm going to, I've shot guns many times, but I'm going to go get my CHL because you can carry in your car. You can carry in your car, and so it's just like, you know, I just obviously want to make sure I'm really, really, really safe. My little girl is under the kitchen table and grabbed my toe when you were telling about this snake development. You scared the crap out of me. Jordan, I'm sorry to scare your little girl. It was terrifying. Drop dead Fred. Yeah. It was terrifying. I actually FaceTimed my husband when it happened, and I was showing him the snake. And I was like, what do I do with it? What do I do with it? And it was like rolling over. So I thought, well, maybe it just wants some sun, you know? And it was this pretty smaller one. So I, you know, it was kind of like, yeah, but I have had a rattlesnake in my garage. One year I was at this house, not this house, but another house, and I was trying to get my canvas off this big shelving thing that we had built, my husband had built. And I looked down, I'm on the ladder, and I looked down and there's a rattlesnake curled. And I'm just like, I start screaming my head off, and my husband like comes and grabs me and just takes me off the ladder because I was in shock. I couldn't even move. And he takes me off, and then he has to like basically slay the rattlesnake, and those things are like, they're fast. And so he finally kills it, and it was probably about this long. It was a baby, but the babies, man, when they bite, they give you all their venom. So like, it'll definitely, oh, I'm getting the EBGBs. Freaking out a little, people. So yeah, so that's, yeah, and then I've had the water moccasin come at my head. That was when I was like 19 years old. So that was like 20 years ago. But you don't forget that. You don't forget things like that. Do not. I have so many snake stories. That's just the beginning of all the snakes. It's like everywhere we move, you know, because we've moved so much until recently. We feel like Granbury is where we're staying, and we're like feel settled now. But for a long time we moved, and my husband always makes a joke. He's like, the snakes come and find you. It's like they find you. So I'm always, no matter where I'm at, like I'm always on the lookout, you know. And I've tried to make my peace about them. Like I've tried to like, you know, make my peace with them. They're creatures. They're not out to get me. But when they fall on your head and try to attack your face, sometimes you feel like they're out to get you. So yeah, and then my friend, she's like I am so proud of her. I was staying with her in Florida at Vera Beach, and she, like 2 weeks after we left her house, we were staying there, she walked outside and a huge snake, not a little one, but a big snake fell on her arm. So I don't know what it is with snakes crawling up on our roofs. Does anybody know why that is? And fell on her arm, and she, you know, she has 3 little boys. So that snake, before she could do anything about it, went inside, and she has a baby. She chased that snake all over her house and killed it. She had to get 2 shovels. One of the shovels broke, and she chased that sucker and killed it. I was like, oh, thank goodness that did not happen while we were there. I would have had a heart attack. I almost died from that one that fell on my head, and it was a baby grass snake. Yeah, lots of crazy stories here. Does anybody else have this, or is it just us? Okay, so I'm just adding another little green highlight. I'm about to start adding all the black and all the fun dotting to make this thing start to come alive. So thank y'all for watching. Just a reminder, Craft Creations makes these awesome boards for me. If you want to share it, they're going to ship one to a lucky winner. But when you share, make sure you put shared in this comment so I know to look next week. And then also when you share it, maybe type something up like, check out my friend, Crazy Snake Lady Heidi. I don't know, whatever you want. And then if you're interested in maybe teaching paint parties, but you're not really sure how to start, I have a link to my ebook. I have so many things in that ebook that will help you. And then it's a 40-page ebook, basically, of all my little tips and tricks. And then also Paint Party Headquarters is like my baby. Oh my gosh, it's my baby. We are having so much fun in there, and we are opening the doors for just 5 days, September 16th. So if you want on the waiting list, there is a link to get on the waiting list, and you'll get a free template for my happy camper. Sarah is laugh crying. That's a scary snake story. Yee. Yeah, I have more. I don't want to traumatize y'all because there's some really bad ones. So maybe I won't traumatize you anymore with those. Okay, so I'm going to add some black details, and then I'm actually going to go on top of this and add some more. So I'm just kind of taking it. I'm going to kind of curve this. And I could almost paint, oh, Sherry, that's a great question. I'll answer that too. This is a flat 1-inch brush. I could pretty much almost paint every painting I do with a flat 1-inch brush, because if you get the paint on it like this, this way and this way, and you make the edge really good and flat, all you have to do is make sure all the bristles are on it whenever you go to move it. So you just make sure the bristles are on it and go like that. And Sherry says, how would you hang the mermaid? Kind of like the, this would be a cute one that you could put like a little picture frame hanger on here. They're pretty light, so you could almost use the Velcro thing. Or I was talking with some of y'all earlier about using it with a wreath. So some of y'all that are wreath makers, you could actually turn it into a wreath with a cute little sign. Like you could put a quote on this and then turn it into an actual wreath for your door. So, you know, mermaids only, or what's a good mermaid quote? But that would be, I love this actually. We are like very unicorn and mermaid friendly in this house. We are all about our mermaids and unicorns. So you could actually string, like do a little tie to it and then make that into a door hanger wreath, which would be so, so pretty. Let's see. Yeah, if y'all have questions, let me know. I am so happy to be painting today. A lot of times I'm doing, who knew, being an office, being an artist would take so much computer work. There's a lot of computer work behind a business sometimes that we don't realize when we start to paint. So yeah, I am so happy to be just painting with y'all and sharing and talking to y'all about fun art stuff. So I'll turn it back around. Hold on. I gotta get my... And I am getting in some really, that looks like a butt. I'm gonna fix that. I am getting in some footballs and some other stuff to do. So it'll be really great for door hangers for your athletes and things like that. Let me see. Sarah says fishnet in the back of the wreath, kind of like, oh, that would be so pretty. And then Becky says soft drink tabs, hot glue to the back, cheap, works great. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, oh my gosh, if I go to Michael's and get some fishnet, like, not fishnet pantyhose, but like some fishnet type stuff, and put that behind it, that would look so cool. Oh, I love that idea. And then, yeah, the soda pop cans on the back, that would look great too. And this looks like a butt. I really need to change this a little bit. Hold on. Let me fix this. Let me do something real quick. Like I said, that's the great thing about paint is you can just go over it if you don't like something. So what I'm doing, so y'all know how I'm fixing this, is I'm just taking my metallic luster and just kind of going over this line that I think made it too not how I wanted it. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that. And just bringing it over there. Man, these are so much fun, guys. If you have not painted with these, it is just fun finger painting. And again, that was the Deco Art Metallic. What did she put on there, Sarah? Oh, she put the, it really does look like a lose y'all. Sorry, I had a call come through. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna change it up just a tad. I don't want it to look like that. Let me see. I think this is gonna be, I think if I don't put that other top line, I think it'll make it not. We'll see. Like I said, I'm experimenting with y'all today. We're doing this together. So now I'm just gonna go on here. And add these, and I absolutely love that fish net idea. I might actually go buy some of that this afternoon and put this together with that. And if y'all have a good mermaid quote, I would love to put like a fun little quote. I think mermaids only would be cute for the door, like mermaids only, or I believe in mermaids, or only enter So it still has a little bit of the white. Again, this is where not being a perfectionist. Please post pics so we can see. Oh yes, Sarah, I will. If I put it all together, I'll post a picture of it. So y'all can see how it's done. But yeah, not being a perfectionist and letting some of the white show through is actually a good thing. Because you want it to kind of have, almost not like washed up, but you want it to be like, you know, almost like it's distressed kind of. Okay, y'all let me know if y'all have questions. I'm just gonna keep adding these little details. And for those of you that have been thinking about Paint Party Headquarters, but we've been closed. We've been closed for a while. Oh, that's cute, Sarah. High tides, good vibes, mermaids only. What I would love to do is take like a piece of, maybe like a smaller, I have a bunch of wood over here. Maybe like a smaller version of this and do a quote. And then, let's see if I can do this. And then have the netting. What do y'all think? Like if I have the netting with like a cute little quote on there, what do y'all think of that? Maybe something like that. But maybe do a smaller sign. I think that might be really cool. Yeah, or did you say a bigger wreath? Or a bigger wreath. Yeah, that would be good. I love that. I love the idea with the wreath. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. I might get a different style of wreaths. Again, I'm not the wreath expert. That's Damon Oates. He is the wreath master at Deco Exchange. That boy has a ton of wreaths. Wreaths, I always say wreaths wrong. Anyway, I was gonna say, those of you that are kind of thinking about starting your own paint party business, or maybe you have been and you're struggling, Paint Party Headquarters is literally like, that is my baby. I love our Paint Party Headquarters, and it's been closed. So those of you that are new to me, oh, I can't wait for the end result. Yay! I know it's gonna be so cute when it's all finished. Yeah, that's why we can't judge it yet. No judging yet. You have to wait till it's finished. And yeah, and I need some purple in here. But yeah, so Paint Party Headquarters has been closed for quite a while, and it's opening for 5 days, September 16th through the 20th. And I'm actually gonna have a really cool bonus if you sign up the first day that it's open. And here's I'm gonna try a couple different purples. And so I'm so excited. So we have women in there that are, I mean, yeah, the cool thing about, like I have an online boot camp, which it's closed too right now. Everything's closed. But the reason I do that, the reason I don't just have everything a free-for-all open all the time, is because I really like to be able to, like this morning I was given all my Paint Party Headquarters girls social media hacks. So it's not just about teaching paint parties, I'm teaching them also how to do things online in addition. So here's the thing that people tend to forget. They think that, oh my gosh, there's already all these people doing everything online. Well, if you look at the stats, every day there's like a crap load of people logging onto Facebook or Instagram or joining, you know, brand new. I'm just adding some purple to this blue. And so what happens is sometimes people think they're behind, or they think, oh my gosh, somebody already does that in my town. You know, I have a painting with a twist in my town, but I'm not here hoping for only my local. You know, the way I teach people is, you know, give yourself a 2-hour radius. I mean, if you just focus on 2 hours, I focus on the whole country, but if you just focus on 2 hours, think of all the locations that open up instead of you focusing on 10 minutes around you. And yeah, and there's things I teach in there, you know, how to get your customers, how to do your paint parties, a lot of tech stuff that stops people. It used to stop me like crazy. It used to take me so long to do anything, but I've really, the past several years, have really just devoted myself to learning this stuff. And what's so funny is, you know, I think sometimes we have it in our head like we can't learn new things, you know, and then when you learn new things, you're like, oh my gosh, I learned something new, you know, and get so excited about it. So Carla says, join Heidi's Paint Party headquarters. It is so much fun and full of great info and wonderful co-members that are sweet and encouraging. Carla, thank you for saying that. I did not ask her to say that. Just thank you, Carla. That was so sweet. Yeah, Carla is in there, and it is so much fun, isn't it, Carla? It's just so awesome. And Suri's in there too, and she's doing cool things too. And I think that's what I just love so much about it, is we just really, like, here's the thing. I give a tutorial a month, plus a marketing pack, a social media hack, all this stuff. What I did not realize that would happen, and yes, I'm finger painting if you're just joining. What I did not realize would happen is these sweet ladies would start doing their own trainings to help each other. I mean, I was like, okay, you know, I don't want to overwhelm y'all. You know, I want to make sure y'all are getting what you need, but I don't want to overwhelm y'all. And they're like sharing their paintings. I mean, so yes, you get rights to, like, this is going to be the one next month that they're getting rights to, and it gives, not only, I mean, I know there's a truck and a tree everywhere, but I teach you step by step and give you step by step directions so that you can not only sell it as commissions, but you know exactly how to do it. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Yeah, I have some awesome ladies in this group. But the thing that I think was so cool is, like, I literally opened up another area in the membership just so all of these sweet, awesome people could share their paintings that they have created. So yes, you get step-by-step stuff from me and marketing packs and social media hacks, but the community as a whole, oh my gosh, there was something that somebody posted the other day that I was like, can I borrow this too? Because it's like an awesome Christmas design, and they're like, yeah, sure, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just insanely awesome, and it's something you can join, and if you hate it, you can get out of it. It's not like I hold you hostage, you know, I'm not that person. So yeah, so if you're interested, there's a link, you can get your name on the waiting list, and by doing that, you also get a free template for a happy camper, and you also get notified when it opens. And the first day, if you sign up on the first day, I'm doing a really extra awesome bonus for those that sign up on September 16th. So mark your calendars. And again, if you don't like it, you can always, you know, get out of it. You just have to, you can't come back in until the doors are open again. But yeah, I'm so proud of it. I'm so excited for it and all the people doing the paint parties. And Billy says, guys, welcome. Well, here's the thing, Billy. If a guy wants to be in it, I'm okay with it. But yeah, I don't really market it towards guys. But yes, if you're trying to start paint parties and you want to hang out with a bunch of girls starting paint parties, then yeah, we can make an exception. We can make it happen. Okay, so I am having a blast, if y'all can't tell. I am just adding and adding and adding. And if you're unsure, like if you don't know what I'm using, these are so much fun. I am using Amethyst, and it's a matte metallic paint. And I have it all over my fingers. So much fun. And Billy, since you're on here, have you started teaching paint parties yet? And what do you think? Because I think what's so cool is a lot of times as artists, we're like, you know, we have this plan and we feel like we're just gonna, you know, start doing commissions for people and it's all gonna be simple, but people forget that marketing is like 90% of any business. And that's where I come in. That's where Paint Party Headquarters comes in, because I really help you with marketing. My degree is actually not in art. If you can't tell, I'm painting a mermaid. My degree is in communications and marketing and psychology. So I love marketing. Like, yeah, we had a family reunion the other day, and at my mother-in-law's house, and one of the uncles was there. Oh, Billy, you should try it. Grab a couple family and friends, Do something simple. I call it a guinea pig party. And really try it. Just try it. It is so, so much fun. And if you get my book, there's a link for it. It'll tell you a ton of information on what you can do. It'll help you get your whole first party going. But yeah, we were at a family reunion and my uncle was asking about my business and my online business, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much to say. And I started talking about Facebook and the algorithms and the Facebook ads and all the fun things that, go along with that. And I stopped like partway through and I was like, am I boring you? I'll stop if you really want me to. And he's like, no, keep talking, I like it, because he's kind of techie. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just can't believe how much, I'm learning and how much I get to share with people. So it's pretty awesome. If you kind of geek out on some of that, I used to think I would never geek out on Facebook stuff, and now I'm like checking all of my stats and everything, because what's so cool, and this is what, I'm leading up to in Paint Party headquarters, teaching them. I kind of move, I can't word vomit everything I've learned in the past 4 years in a month, but I step by step teach them so they build. But what's so cool is just little tweaks. Like, I'll do something a little different, and then results will come in. It's so crazy. It's like, I was telling my husband the other day, it's like this gambling marketing almost. And it's still like, it's almost like the Wild Wild West. It's like this open market. And I just get so excited for people who really want to show people that aren't heels, and wants to show people that, a paint party, even if you're a fine artist and you're trying to make, some money to pay your bills, there is nothing wrong with doing a fun, really cool, crafty paint party to make money to feed your family. There is nothing wrong with that. And what's kind of cool is that when you do paint parties and you start to hear that it's not just a paint party, there's a lot more fun and a lot more excitement and a lot of things that happen, with healing, and they end up going home and doing their own. Somebody might watch this and win the mermaid and then end up doing their own version of it. There's all these things that can happen that nobody realizes until they start doing it, and nobody realizes like the other things that happen. So I could just talk about it all day. So when somebody gets me for a minute and they say they want to hear about my business, I'm like, blah, 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 I just get so excited, and I just want to share and share what I know and tell people. And I'm going to start doing some gold. So yeah, definitely try one. This is the time. Everybody's getting together for fall, for Christmas parties. I was looking at my parties last year. I think I did 17 paint parties in 3 weeks last year. It was just like go, 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 go. And this year I'm trying to strategically schedule a little slower, just because I'm getting old, people. I'm getting old. But no, I try to go to as many as I can during this time, because I love taking pretty much all of January off. Like, once Christmas hits, I love having almost all of January to not have to worry about bills or any of that. So I try to just teach, and then have some time to just watch Hallmark movies. Drink hot cocoa, make cookies with my daughter. We're huge Christmas people, and we love, like, we make lists. Do y'all make lists? Like, before Christmas happens, we make like our Christmas list of not like what we want, but what we want to do. Like, we just, we're kind of, I may be turning her a little OCD with lists. I may regret that later in life. But yeah, we make lists, like we want to ice skate. We try to do that during Thanksgiving break. We have cookies. We always make these certain gingerbread ornaments. What's a tradition y'all do? Maybe I can steal one from y'all. Okay, so I have just layered and layered and layered. Some fun golds, metallics. I'm gonna add in some golds in here, and then maybe a quote later. I'm gonna do some big white highlights. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, Mr. Potter made this mug for me. He is 70 years old, just started pottery 2 years ago. That's why I think it's so nice to have a habit. Like not a habit, a habit, a hobby. We make homemade Christmas wrapping paper. How do you do that? Is that Tess? Tess, how do you make homemade Christmas wrapping paper? I want to know. Oh, thank you. My mom's watching. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, homemade Christmas wrapping paper. That sounds fun. Do you do like butcher paper with big paint? Butcher paper with big paintings on it? Oh, that would be so fun. Okay, I'm going to just add some big, white, chunky highlights just to see what it does. And then I'm going to add some in here too. And those of y'all, if you're new to me, I posted my story, my bankruptcy to business owner before the age of 30 story yesterday and on Texas Heart and Soul. I was gonna do it live, but I get like sometimes like when you're sharing something so personal, it's hard to share it live, you know? So I did just record it and post it. Oh, thanks Tess. Is that Tess on there? Thanks Tessa for sharing. So if you want to, it's like 10 minutes long, so if you want to watch it, you can. But, you know, sometimes it gets a little tissue and butcher paper and sponge. The kids love it. Ooh, that sounds fun. So you kind of sponge the tissue paper on the butcher paper and then let it dry, and then you can probably use it a bit. That sounds really fun. We're going to be doing some, Pixie's a cheerleader, so we're going to, which I was not, so I don't even know how to help the girl. But, she's having her friends over. We're going to do some signs for homecoming. I bet it would be really fun to do that technique too. But anyway, what I was saying is if you are new to me, oh, hold on, you there? I'm sorry, I think I might be, my phone, I need to get a new phone. It's like, goes black sometimes. But if you are new to me, if you want to watch that video, it'll kind of explain a little bit more about me and a little bit about, you know, how I got started in all of this and why I'm so passionate about art healing and people using art to build their confidence. Perfect colors and theme for my bathroom. This, Pat, is that what you're saying? So yeah, you can watch that. I didn't record it live. I might one day do it live. I do it live at a lot of my paint parties. But I just wanted to record it because, you know, it's so personal, and sometimes when you're doing a live and if, you know, people are doing comments during it, it can be kind of hard to talk about something so personal like that. But anyway, if you want to watch it, I posted it yesterday. It's about 10 minutes long. And yeah, you can hear about all my failures. You can hear about how much I sucked. No, it was, you know, bankruptcy was one of the, when I think about it, I'm so happy now because it's totally changed the course of my life. So I have no ill feelings towards it now, even though I did it in the past. But yeah. Okay, so lots of just little colors here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let this dry. And then I think I'm going to go to Michael's and get some netting. I think I'm going to get some of that netting like y'all suggested. And maybe a different, I don't know, I kind of like this green. Do y'all like the green? But yeah, I'm going to get some kind of netting and then make this into like, maybe like a little sign here that says mermaids only or mermaids enter here or something like that. But just have this really cute door hanger. So what do y'all think? Do y'all like this little thing? And also, if you want your own little mermaid from Craft Creations, I love these people out of Oklahoma. If you want your own mermaid, if you'll share and then comment below that you shared. But share it and say something if you don't mind, like, hey, check out Heidi. That way they'll, you know, hopefully watch it and see it, and then they have a chance to win too if they share. And then post shared here below. And then 2 other quick things. If you are, ooh, it's really pretty when it's not in the light because it's like shimmer. It's all shimmery. I need to add some glitter too. Also, if you are interested in learning more about paint parties, 2 ways. On the top of this, you can buy my ebook, and then also, if you want to sign up to learn about Paint Party Headquarters, be the first to know, September 16th through the 20th, the doors open, and then they shut, and I'm not sure when I'm opening them again. So if you want to know, if you want to learn, that's a membership that you can come in, you can stay a month. If you don't like it, you can get out. What I'm finding though is people, it's really a huge time saver and gives you tons of, marketing and social media, not just paint party stuff. So it's a lot of the extra stuff that's going to help you. And yeah, so that's all I got. All right, I hope y'all have a great day. I hope you like this tutorial. If you want to see more, let me know. And then the next video, I'll try to get my husband on here. Yeah, Carla, you can't go wrong with glitter. You are right about that. And thank y'all for joining me and hanging out with me today. And next time I'll get Bobby and Pixie involved. So we'll have something fun for them to do too. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.